guys, I'm here with a bit of a chat, an update. I have my coffee here. I can't go out to Starbucks right now, so I bought some pumpkin spice creamer. It's not the same as a pumpkin spice latte, but it's close enough. And hey, it's better than nothing, that's for sure. So I've got my little coffee here, and I'm just gonna do a little chatty update. So I'm making a few changes. A couple of months ago, I made a video where I was talking about how I was feeling really burnt out and just, my anxiety levels were up. I was just like not feeling great. So I had to kind of dial back a bit. I took some time off in like July, August, and just kind of, uploaded the odd video here and there, but really just kind of dialed things back. Well, what happened was I took that break, and then September, I went right back to doing like 8 videos a week between like the Patreon and here and doing a newsletter and a blog and all this stuff. And I just went right back to feeling burnt out. I don't know why I thought I could just jump right back in, but yeah, I made some changes again. I'm finding that I'm just with everything that's going on, I find that my bandwidth is just a lot shorter than what it used to be. And I don't know if anyone else is feeling this way. So, of course, we have the constant stress of the pandemic in the background all the time. And for me, like what's happened in my city is that we did really well for a while. And we even went, I think, 2 weeks with zero cases in the whole city. And then I think people got complacent and they started going out again, and they removed a bunch of restrictions, and people, went out and they weren't careful. And now we have restrictions again. So that hasn't affected me too much in that I'm already restricted. Like we're caring for some vulnerable family members, and so we haven't been going out much at all. I've been really restricting who I see. I haven't really seen a lot of people other than my immediate household for quite some time. And so it hasn't really affected me, but we are, now it's not my choice anymore, that's for sure. So that's kind of what's been going on here. And then just, there's the stress of like the kids are back at school and I worry about them being there. There's just like stress. And then, like I was saying in my last video, you turn on the news and you just see like horrible things all the time. And I don't want to stick my head in the sand because I want to be aware of what's going on in the world. I think that's important. But I don't think, you can't help but be affected by what we're seeing. And those for you watching in the future is the end of September 2020. We're in the middle of a pandemic. There are protests, there are wildfires, there's all sorts of things going on. And it's kind of, it's kind of a crazy world right out there. So anyway, all of that, plus other personal things, is kind of contributing to my stress. And I'm already a person that has anxiety. And sometimes it's better than others. I certainly have times where it's bad and times where it feels like it's almost gone. But this is not one of those times, that's for sure. I think we're all feeling anxious right now, like everybody. But it's definitely like I'm feeling like a heightened level. Like I find I'm just worried about everything. So I have that going on. And then, I just decided that I had to kind of cut back a bit. So I am going to still be doing YouTube, of course. That's why I'm here. But I maybe only be uploading like once a week, maybe twice a week. And then on my Patreon, I actually had to kind of remove a couple of levels because I have the seeker level, which is like a really tarot-based level, a coven level, a school level, and then I have levels for people who want a private video reading every month. So the private video readings are going to stay, those levels. I am temporarily removing the school and the coven level for now, just because I was finding that like my bandwidth is so short right now, and I didn't want to half-ass things. I want to give people quality and be all in. And I asked myself, like, okay, like what can I manage right now? Like, what can I do? And I was like, okay, what I can do is I love to read. I love to read cards for people. I love to read astrology for people. Okay, well, if that's the thing I love to do the most, then that's the thing I'm going to keep. So keeping the private readings. And then also when what I call the seeker level, I do a weekly tarot scope, and I'm also going to be doing a weekly astrology video. So for people who want like a detailed astrology outlook for the coming week, I'm going to be doing that. So people at that level will get 2 videos a week. They'll get the tarot scopes, and then they get the astrology video every week. And then for those at the reading level, once a month, they get a private video reading plus the regular weekly videos. And I was like, okay, I can manage that. I can manage making 2 or 3 videos a week, 2 for the Patreon and 1 or 2 for the YouTube channel, depending on my energy level. So I was like, okay, I can handle that. I had a weekly newsletter, but I think I might just change it to monthly because, again, that's what I think I can manage for the month is a monthly newsletter. And I'll just upload the blog as I feel like it. And I mean, I think that that is a lot more manageable because I have all this stuff going on. And of course, I work full time and, taking care of kids and all that stuff. I was like, this is what I can manage for now. And I think that, trying to push myself to like do everything all the time just became like a bit too much. And I don't know, I'm sure there's a bunch of you who feel the same way right now. Like these are like weird times. Like this is not normal. And I know everyone's situation is different. You guys are all over the world and it's different in every area. I know that, in the state, it varies from state to state. There's also, political unrest depending where you are in the states as well, and all sorts of things going on. And other places are doing just fine, right? In like within the States. And then I have like friends and family in the UK, and I know that there's like increased restrictions there. And it depends where you are in the world and with what's going on. And certainly like that's not the whole of the world. I mean, there's people like, different parts of Europe, things are different, different parts of South America, things are different, just depending where you are, things are different. But I know that, it's not normal for any of us, no matter where we are in the world. This has affected all of us. And so, yeah, I just came on to kind of chat about it and tell you how I feel and tell you about like some of the changes that I'm making. And I'm just going to try and make things more like manageable because I'm finding like I'm really having to practice self-care. And I know we always talk about like self-care and taking care of ourselves, but self-care doesn't mean just like bubble baths and pumpkin spice lattes. It's also about sometimes having to put some boundaries or having to say no to things or having to like just take some time for self-care by having some time for yourself and not having to go and produce all the time. And it's a balance for me because I didn't want to just stop doing everything because that would make me sad. And I love doing this stuff. So I was like, okay, I have to like keep doing the things that fill me up without like, kind of running myself off a cliff, like just, go. So it's okay if I told myself it's okay if I slow down. And it's okay if I slow down to, doing less while still doing what I love. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find this balance. I'm trying to find a level that works for me, that's going to continue to do something I love while also still taking care of me and taking care so that I can take care of others at the same time, right? Because, that old adage about like you can't take water from an empty well. So especially if I'm caring for others, I have to make sure I'm cared for myself first so that I have energy to give to others as I go forward. So, I hope you all understand about like some of these changes and things. I know like, most of you are probably like, oh, I'm not even going to notice, right? But I just want to kind of chat and tell you what's going on and let me know how you've been feeling. Have you been feeling the same way? Have you been feeling like just overwhelmed? Have you been feeling anxious or distracted? I find like I'm easily distracted and easily lose my train of thought lately. And I don't think I'm the only one that's feeling this, that's for sure. So I hope that you're all feeling well. I hope you guys are all safe too. You're all safe, you're all well, you're all healthy. And, thank you all so much for your support. Like I certainly, appreciate, my patrons and stuff, that you're awesome. They, support me. But I also, appreciate all of you who watch this channel, who leave comments. There's like regular commentators that I see their name and I'm like, oh, so-and-so commented, like it's like a little community. I love it so much. And I appreciate all of your feedback and that you watch this. And so I appreciate that. And I also have like a Facebook group too. So a lot of you are in there. And it's just nice to like, that there's a community and, as much as like I feel like you guys give back to me so much and I appreciate that. Like you have no idea, like it's awesome to see the comments and the dialogue and, you're talking to a camera and you feel like is anyone listening and then you see the comments and stuff and it's like, yeah, people are, and there's this connection and it's really been helpful to me, especially because like I said, I have since March not gone out really. There's been limited contact with people. There's some friends I haven't seen in months. And so you guys like support and, comments and love just means a lot to me right now. So thank you so, so much. I just came on to ramble and chat. So let me know how you're doing. I hope you're all doing well. And as always, peace and love and rock.